Today we go over potential spoilers for Star Wars Episode 9. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, these past couple of weeks we've been learning a whole lot more about the final film in the sequel trilogy by J.J. Abrams, which, by the way, will begin principal photography at the very end of July, and preliminary work has already started. So, we've been learning about all these different characters such as Mara and Caro and Xander and the group of male actors in their 20s working with Adam Driver, which a lot of people believe that they are to be the Knights of Ren. Now today we have a big update for Episode 9 that could very well give us an idea of what's to come in this movie and how it might actually line directly up with the big plot leak that we spoke of not too long ago. So, the reason as to why I want to go over this is that Twitter is going crazy over this casting choice that has been going around, and that Episode 9 has chosen a toddler, age 4, a white toddler, that was cast for Star Wars Episode 9. So, this is bringing up tons and tons of questions. Could this very well line up with the big plot leak that we went over a couple of weeks ago? Which, by the way, spoilers, guys, if you don't want to hear this, but in that plot leak that we went over for Star Wars Episode 9, apparently both Rey and Kylo Ren had a child. So Rey had a child somehow from Kylo Ren. I don't know how, but there's a lot of speculation that, well, in The Last Jedi, apparently the Hutt scene is when this all happens from the very beginning. In fact, Mark Hamill even joked and hinted at, well, that scene is the closest thing that you'll ever get to a sex scene in a Star Wars movie, and he even joked, no one let me touch a finger. But looking at Mark Hamill and what he had to say was pretty funny. I didn't really think anything of it, but could it be that that is the moment when everything started, and that when Rey essentially got pregnant and had a child in the future, sometime after The Last Jedi, and then as we go into Episode 9, this is where we have a storyline with a toddler, which is, of course, Rey's child, that she had, of course, with Kylo Ren, Ben Solo. The other big possibility that I believe could very well be a thing, because we do know that flashbacks are a thing that J.J. Abrams loves to do. Could this very well be a flashback sequence of a baby Ben Solo, where we do get to see his young life way and well before the events of when he even meets his uncle Luke Skywalker and begins his training to becoming a Jedi before he ultimately turns to the dark side under the manipulation of Supreme Leader Snoke. So this casting choice of a toddler, age 4, a white toddler, really does bring up a ton of questions. Could this very well be either A, a Ben Solo, a very young Ben Solo, like a baby Ben, or could this actually fit and line directly up with that big plot leak of course, Kylo Ren and Rey having a child in the movie? So, looking at everything that has been happening with Episode 9, we do know that this movie is going to have the most characters to date. Now today, people are going crazy on Twitter when it comes to the overall Star Wars franchise. We have no idea what everyone is going crazy about. All these different developers, I believe, connected to the Battlefront 2, people connected to different Star Wars websites are going nuts on Twitter, posting all these different GIFs, acting like they're shocked. We really don't know what's going on, but I believe that that is all related to the casting choice of this toddler that will be entering into the mix of Episode 9. But for all I know, it could very well be something else that everybody's shocked about that we really know nothing of. But looking at all of this, guys, what do you think about a toddler entering into Star Wars Episode 9? Is this a good or bad thing, whether it would be the child of Rey and Kylo Ren, or a Ben Solo flashback when he was a baby? Maybe we do get a little glimpse at, both Leia and Han, maybe off camera, where you just see their arms holding Ben Solo. That's a possibility. I don't know what they're going to do, but let me know what you think about this overall, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.